Welcome back, everyone. My name is Lila. I'm here with Rob, and for round 3, we're going to be watching Lethal Slide versus Loud Noises.
Yep, we got two really fun teams here. Lethal Slide is a LSL Diamond Bracket team, and Loud Noises is a very. You've seen the Loud Noises team pop up in other events like Low Ink, getting a Gamma Bracket placement, and just overall doing very well in their other events. So, folks, we got a really good set of teams on stream today. Should be quite interesting.
Yeah. Especially since they're so closely seated together, with Lethal Slide and Loud Noises both respectively being, I believe, 12th and 13th seed here. So this will be a tough fight for them to win since they're so closely matched.
Absolutely. It should be, honestly, a really good, very competitive set between the two. I'm excited for one team in particular because one of them's got some sloshers, and I'm dying to see that on stream today.
I think it'd be helpful in tower control Inkblot too, with the slosh over tower. So we're about to find out, aren't we?
Yes, we are, as we get right into this here.
Oh, I think I saw that was a Luna. Yup, that's a Luna from Lethal Slide. That is exciting.
On one side and a slosher on the other. Okay, let's get into this.
With a charcoal Kev.
This is gonna be really good. We already got the Luna Blaster trying to see what it can do by left block here. Popping some fizzies, making some waves, getting its first pick of the game, chipping up people.
Oh, it managed to help its teammate get a second, that's for sure. And here comes the hammer. Oh.
Unfortunately, they were just a little too forward for that one. The Loud Noises team able to stop that immediately from potential wipe by the hammer. Trying to run that tower forward, unable to because the ball point was ready for them. Now it's 3 down on the side of Loud Noises.
Yeah, there is a lot of yellow paint on the ground. Although Lethal Slide's last push was knocked out, they still managed to get back to checkpoint here. It's 1 for 1. Can they push the tower a little bit more forward? We're about to find out. There's a charcoal up on Loud Noises' bats, and Slosher manages to grab 2 here.
Quite good, honestly. This should be Lethal Slide's chance now to try and get a little push in. Popping that Zuka, seeing what they can do. Potentially, displacing the opposing team. We hear an Inkjet go off. That is going to do something pretty fierce by that tower.
Although it's a back...
It's possible. It doesn't count.
Yeah, I can definitely see that both teams are used to getting wiped with Cooler active and then just jumping immediately back and pushing forward. It's very exciting to see.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they're kind of running in and seeing what pick they can get, and that's kind of it. But, they're overall doing pretty good so far here, applying their pressure as they can, avoiding those Zuka shots. As we now see the Loud Noises team try strike and try and get in. If they can maybe get one person through bats and hold their middle here, that should be good for them as they get past checkpoint 1.
Looks like there's 2 down on the side of Lethal Slide, although they do grab tower to prevent any more points here. It looks like Loud Noises is back on tower, and we are soon going to be at second checkpoint. There are still 2 down on the side of Lethal Slide with a bubble going out from Loud Noises.
Yeah, and I mean, they're still holding up that pressure. They got that cooler. They are up and ready. There's an Inkjet that can go off right now. So, Loud Noises is in a really good spot, though down a player already. It's going to be, unfortunately, not the chance for them to get past check. Oh no, well, they're still running this tower.
They
got past checkpoint 1. Wow.
Yeah. I think that was a very interesting play for one of their players to just silently sit on tower and not make, any noise at all. It managed to get them through that second checkpoint. So We are very close here. Looks like Lethal Slide will need to almost get a full KO for them to be able to take this over.
Yeah, and you know, making its appearance, is it going to be able to get a pick here? Unfortunately not. It did get a lot of chip though, so it probably helped another teammate. Maybe? Or not.
Hammer taking on the Slaughter here. Oh, they got a triple with that. That was a very good hammer on the side of Lethal Slide.
Yeah, that was really good. It cleared them out from there. Now, you know, Lethal Slide is making their you know, counter push, and they're doing relatively well. Unfortunately, okay, well, down to one player. That zap went down.
The commentator's curse. Don't worry about it. It was definitely a good attempt there, and I can see that both teams are fairly comfortable with all of their teammates just being able to, you know, call when they have specials and push forward together. It's something you don't too often see in, you know, low leagues like this one. Low level.
Hammer. Oh my goodness.
That was another 2 with that hammer there.
It was. They're doing some real damage with that hammer. Gotta be careful around that Luna Blaster, folks. They now got that Inkjet on the ready. They are trying to just do some random chip as they can, enough to get one person down here. Lethal Slide's gonna have to really hold this tower. They gotta be careful of that other Inkjet here.
There goes the GG strikes. Can they hold tower? Unfortunately not. Looks like the strikes from the Slosher on Loud Noises was enough to keep everyone off from the tower. Very close.
Honestly, really good though. Like that was, wow. There was so much going on in that entire match here. Lots of hammer action and some good Inkjets popping in and out. Great job to Loud Noises.
There was a lot of give and take between both teams. It really does seem like the seeding is quite proper here. But we're about to find out more as Mahi-Mahi Resort on Splat Zones will be our next map mode.
Yeah, and I mean, this one, I also think this is, like, you know, somewhat in favor of the side of Loud Noises. They got decent paint in their comps. Yeah, it's quite well.
I'm surprised that that we didn't see a pencil last time, because it looks like both teams have the capability to run pencil, although at the same time it looks like both backliners from both teams prefer some kind of splatling, so.
That definitely is the case. Both teams have one player that kind of prioritizes flattenings. You can expect to see on Lethal Slide, you know, the either ballpoint or heavy edit. Meanwhile, Loud Noises with their not and heavy edit themselves, with another player, you know, also doing ballpoint. So I don't think we'll really see. I mean, maybe pencil pops up, but I think they are definitely more flattening, like oriented teams for their backlines, and they should work out with these complex flat zones here.
I find it really exciting that more teams have been shifting towards heavy edit and other cooler options, since that does allow splatlings that have taken a backseat typically, like ballpoint splatling, to reappear. Since splatlings tend to run a lot of run speed, it allows them to move forward and fight almost like a mini sometimes against other frontliners, while pencil is just unable to do that since it has to kind of play like an E-leader.
Absolutely, yeah, it definitely is the case with that. I am very excited to see what they bring out here, especially, I wonder if maybe we'll see that Luna again. That really caught me off guard.
Honestly, as a blaster main, Luna's terrifying me, which sounds kind of funny because you think, oh, like, you have a little bit more range than them, so you should be able to take him out easy. But with the speed and accuracy that Lunas will push forward with their hammer, or oftentimes using their fizzy to get, you know, in a lot of the frontliners' faces, they're pretty unmatched since their most recent buff, which I mean, I'm excited about, even though I don't face off too well against them, just because they, again, haven't really been seen until this phase of Splatoon 3.
No, yeah. I'm not too familiar with certain matchups like that, but definitely something to be aware of.
Looks like the match will be starting soon. I bet that there's probably some pep talks going on right now.
Yeah, I gotta boost the team morale to get ready for this game too, because it's kind of it's really important. This determines essentially who's gonna be making it to Diamond and who won't. So you gotta put your A game in.
Go team!
Ooh,
Ooh, a gal.
Ooh. Okay, so we got both teams with a slosher here, both running heavy edit.
Both teams also with the flash wall. That's exciting.
And we're gonna be seeing a lot of walled up zones action here. Ooh, already the 52 getting a nice pick. Oh, the junior's down. Two down on the side.
Loud
loud noises.
Oh wow, their Headit managed to jump out very quickly, which was the play, and Cooler is in play as well. I did see a Reef Slider there that capped zone. That was a very good usage of the special.
Absolutely. Now, we're seeing that Ninja trying to make wave. They're able to flip that zone, get any strays that are around their zone here, and hopefully able to hold it out a little bit, get a good push going on the side of Loud Noises. Zuka already gets a pick. Reef Slider tapping half of the zone, flipping it in their favor with a wipeout. Whoa.
I've been noticing that both of these teams are just, push forward, grab zone, hold it for a bit, and then unfortunately the other team manages to grab a wipe. So that still does tell me that both of these teams are quite evenly matched, and it's anyone's game right now. This will be possibly the deciding factor for Loud Noises if they manage to grab this. Otherwise, it could be a 1-to-1, which I am always very excited for.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Lethal Slide is kind of holding this out really well, making it really difficult for Loud Noises. Though already 2 down on both sides, there is a chance that they can maybe cap the zone, or at least stall it from, continuing its countdown. It's going to be pretty crucial if, Loud Noises wants to, win this set already. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be the case. Even with the Tri-Strikes out, well, they do flip the zone. They flip it.
Very close from Lethal Slide. I noticed that Lethal Slide's Dread was really just getting in there and making a mess. It, quite honestly, is the paint bot of the team, while Loud Noises' paint bot appears to be the junior.
Yeah, I mean, right now what we need to see is we need to see them kind of pushing up a little bit here, because they need to hold some more space in their base right now. By playing, passively in their zone, it's gonna create some problems for them, even with the good paint from the junior.
It's 2 for 2 right now, but Lethal Slide does manage to cap zone. They do have quite a large penalty to go through, although, so it won't be an instant win.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to work through a lot of penalty points. But it's very doable. It's very doable. They got the right setup to kind of be able to anchor that in.
There's a lot of yellow paint on the map right now, but looks like Frankie is going to try to change that here with a nice Tri-Strikes, and they manage to lose control in mid. Can Loud Noises get zone back? Looks like they do, and there's a wipe for Lethal Slide.
We need to see them up right now. Right now, we need to see them kind of positioning themselves by that left side, where they can maybe set up even the heavy edit to make sure that they can't go through left and have to go right, which they are doing. They're all forward with, I believe, one around zone to at least make sure nothing funny happens. Though now it's just the junior. It's just the junior right now.
The junior is fighting for their life.
To hold out. They're doing a good job.
Oh wow!
It's quite intense for them.
They escaped. They managed to take one out as well. That junior really is just fighting as hard as they can. They want that zone. Nothing's gonna stop them. 58 seconds left on the clock. Can Lethal Noises take this one here too? We're about to find out.
Yeah, I mean... Oh wow! It's a bloodbath, folks. It is a bloodbath.
Oh wow, there's another one getting taken down by that Dread here. I've seen a lot of good Reef Sliders from them. They managed to get a Reef Slider kill with every single special that they've gotten so far, which is really exciting to see. Quite rare considering.
Yeah, and we got whoa, Tri-Strikes out here trying to cap that zone. Dreadringer goes down. 2 on the side of Lethal Slide go down. It is now Loud Noises' final chance to hold this out. Oh, wow, there's already 2 down on the side of Lethal Slide. Lethal Slide still has a chance to take this zone back. I mean, they still have to work all their way down to 2, essentially.
Which is almost
and it
a
seems like
KO.
Loud Noise is getting overwhelmed here.
Oh wow! That Reef Slider once again making a mess. Great work from the Dread and Lethal Slide. Loud Noises. That push at the very end was very. It caught me off guard, the fact that Junior managed to get 2 kills with bomb throws. That was pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that was the work of Gish. Not surprising, they're a good junior. Getting those
It's
picks
1 for
there.
1.
Yeah, it is. They are fighting to the bitter end here. Both teams do not want to lose their chance for Diamond Bracket. Both very, very competent teams. And as we can see, Shot and the Dread on the side of the Lethal Slide did a very good job.
I was really excited to see the way that Lethal Slide, although they lost the first one, they did not lose any steam at all. They knew that the last game that they were able to play, they were able to take it back in some way, so they kept that energy and they pushed forward and took over Mahi. It was great. I was expecting a KO, but Loud Noises said, no, we're not going to go down yet.
They held it out for quite some time. Loud Noises was really, really trying their best to get it down, closer to the lead that Lethal Slide had. And honestly, they had set themselves up pretty well. Yeah.
I found it really interesting the way that Bubble would have been extremely effective if not for that Reef Slider. You typically don't see Reef used very often just because of how punishing it is, but that Dread player played really well and knew exactly when to Reef right into that bubble.
They sure did. It was honestly very, very well done.
Okay, what do you think we're gonna see here? We could see some more charcoal decaf, and it looks like there might be a carbon. Oh, unfortunately, the carbon player is not playing. Oh no!
I mean, you know what I'm expecting or hoping for? I'm hoping that the player on this, one of these teams that has a range blaster shows up and maybe goes crazy here. That's what I would love to see. Let me jump right into it.
Yeah, let's get going.
No blaster. We do have some interesting comps here. We got a roller. We got a roller out.
Ooh.
Links at time.
Still 2 splash walls.
And you know what? That'll be pretty good here for the Clam Blitz. I mean, having 2 walls to kind of protect you a little bit from how open it can be on Museum. Quite nice.
That's a Hydra. I thought that was a Headit. I misunderstood. Looks like Lethal Slide manages to get in, although they are at a pretty disadvantageous spot there. That charcoal is saying, no, get out of my base.
They did, and they stopped that push very fast. Only getting 1 clam in after that power clam. Loud Noises is not letting them get a good push that early on. As they start setting up, hopefully, for their own push here. collecting some clams in this little clam economy. And already with the cooler up. Ooh! One and a two, maybe a third pick.
They are both down for 2 teams. We do see the Flingza move in here. Can they grab this slasher? Unfortunately not, commentator's curse. But we do see Loud Noises Inkjet come out here. Can they grab another one? Oh, they did grab one.
Ooh, and the decapitator, another pick. Can they get another one? Almost. Get a pick, you know. Oh, the Flingza was waiting for them to run through. What a sneaky little play there. Absolutely, they're always waiting for you to make the wrong move.
Oh no, the ball was missed. Can they grab it? Oh, and that's a wipeout for Loud Noises. That was a very close push there, but Lethal Slide was able to take out the last player.
They really were. That was really good.
Super play here from Lethal Slide, managing to grab one, although that Inkjet is not letting them move any far further.
Yeah, that Inkjet is following them around a little bit here. That's okay, they were able to survive it, get around it. They're setting their team up to maybe jump closer to... Oh no. Maybe get a good play in? Unfortunately not. They were positioned quite well, but that heavy edit did not let them through. They mowed them down.
Considering how closely matched these teams are, although I personally didn't agree with that first singular Clam push in, that could be the thing that changes the tide here. We've seen both teams lock each other out in this way before in the past few matches, so it could be the thing that really helps Lethal Slide take the win here.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could be the case. They do have that lead, and they're kind of, well, but unfortunately, whoa, there might be 2 power times that might go through here.
Wow, 3 down on both teams. That is a wipe for Loud Noises again. Lethal Slide's Hydra managed to grab that last decap there that was waiting.
That Hydra really did insane work there.
I'm going to assume that the double power clam was a mistake and not intended, because having more than 1 power clam can be quite a risky play unless you absolutely know you're going to knock out all your opponents.
That's quite true. They definitely probably were trying to make a quick push there. Probably was a mistake, but they're trying again here. They're really trying to push up. If they can get 1 push and 2 clams, or 1 power clam and 2 little clams, and they can take that lead and, you know, win this. But it seems like it's really tough for them to break into the Lethal Slide base here. That Hydra really is holding out for their team.
That Hydra is the greatest wall that defends their clam base there. It looks like there's 2 down on the side of Lethal Slide, but that Hydra is still there. Unfortunately, they could not grab them with a Inkjet.
That was unfortunate. They were really setting up to get rid of them, because that is the primary threat here. They have to be, you know, they have to work around essentially this Hydra, because it is locking them out.
I find it interesting that we're seeing such a slow played comp, especially with no cooler from Lethal Slide. Although the Flingza does provide enough paint and also is able to, you know, lock in on the opponents and deny them of a lot of space with those missiles. So it could be the play here that they want to be the greatest defense possible.
Yeah, and wow, that is game.
That initial push really was the thing that turned the tide. Congrats to Lethal Slide. Looks like they'll be moving on to Diamond Bracket.
Yes, they will. I mean, that is their home here at LSL. They had to really fight for it this time, so good on Lethal Slide. And I know that Gold Bracket is shivering in fear because Loud Noises is going to be really scary in that group.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see both of these teams push forward.
Absolutely. I think it's going to go really well for them. And really kudos to both teams because these were really hard. I mean, we didn't see the points go down to past like 70. It just, they were struggling to get those, you know, pushes in.
Absolutely. I also just enjoy a 1-to-1 match. Outside of that, though, I think that's almost going to be that for us.
Seems like it, yeah, as we show off the leaderboard from the last game. Great job from, especially that decapitator. It was doing some really good work for loud noises while it could. But yeah, that's the end of the group stage. Now we're going to be getting ready for Diamond Bracket. Lila, where can the folks find you?
Oh, I go by Lila Lychee on all platforms. I hope to return later on and continue to commentate for Little Squid League in the future. It was a blast playing here today, and thank you for having me.
Of course, we're glad to have you here. That's going to be it for round 3. We'll see you all very soon.
Especially free love. Radio and Television Network.